Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Turn that down a smidge. Right, hello, Gigafied. Thank you for the first, and thank you, Papulu, for the lurk. I did just see that message about lurk having a cooldown. Let me remove that. I didn't think that through. I think I meant to... I mean, to be fair, why would it even have a lurk per user anyway? Where is it? Lurk. Why? Yeah, it's a 5-minute cooldown. Yeah, turn that off. There we go. Okay, that should be sorted now. Fries, you're still alive? Yeah, I mean, I decided to... if I have a schedule, I feel like I'm more likely to follow it. And I've just been busy and trying to figure some stuff out for like future videos and stuff. I just redeemed it because I thought it was second. Nah, I just put the for lurkers. Radio, already an ad. Which moment? Let me snooze that. But yeah, I don't really have much to pre-yap about. Just more like, hopefully I'll be more consistent with streaming. DA weekend is from Friday to Sunday, so we'll be doing that. I do have work on Friday though, so I'll probably do a bit in the morning, and then stream once I'm like home and sorted out. But yeah, we'll be streaming over the weekend for DA weekend for sure. I'll have to just double check though, because I'm looking into getting like two, well, not like a capture card, but a HDMI splitter, so I can stream multiple. So I can stream my Switch 1 and my Switch 2. Recently, today I bought a copy of Shining Pearl and Sword, so now I have both versions of those games. So I'm going to be resetting for the starters and BDSP. That'll make that so much easier. And then if I can speed run Pokemon Sword up to the DLC, I would be able to use both of them for DA weekend. So we'll see. If not, I just have the one. Reset Shovel and Sword. I would if I could. But yeah, new emotes. Mostly from Emote Lab. They're based on a human design. I've showed a bit, but I've yet to release anything other than emotes and stuff with the design. I'm hoping to maybe like get merch and stuff, but yeah, we'll figure that out later. But yeah, I have more games, so I can reset like starters and other things a lot easier. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's it mainly. So hopefully shiny hunts will go a lot smoother on games I can actually do that with, which will mainly be BDSP, Sword and Shield. Is there anything else? Not really many games you can soft reset in anymore. It legit takes an hour and a half to get there. Yeah, I'll just like trade in just something strong. I have to buy the DLC first, but I'll get to it at some point. But yeah, targets for DA weekend. At the moment, I'm thinking Necrozma because I have a video idea and I need Necrozma for it. Other than that, I'm not sure. Maybe trying to think what else. Xurkitree is my favorite Ultra Beast, so maybe that, and Blacephalon as well. Oh yeah, I could just go into Dynamics Adventures and do that. But I mean, to get to that point, you know, just add Pokemon home anyway. Yeah, it wouldn't be too much of a hassle to do that. So yeah, we'll mainly look for Necrozma, and it's a big if we find Necrozma during DA weekend, because I know like when I found Tapu Lele during the first DA weekend I participated in, I was like, what now? I don't know what to look for now. I ended up looking for Tapu Fini, which I still haven't found, but we'll find it later. I do want Necrozma though, and I know a lot of people will probably be going for Zygarde this time, just because, you know, Legends EA, we're probably getting home compatibility soon. I already have Zygarde saved, and I'm probably just gonna do offline hunts, I think, for it. Just it depends on my Switch capture card situation. If I do decide to go through and buy the DLC and play through it, so I can have two go, and I might do online DAs, but I just prefer offline ones because even though the NPCs are god awful and stupid at times, it's just so much quicker. But yeah, like I said, it'll depend on my capture card situation. I did order something, but it's kind of the case of if it arrives in time as well. Right, there you go. Oh, that's a good point. I'm not too sure how it would work if it's the same Switch profile. I think it's fine because it let me do it on Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, we are going to be soft resetting for Lapras today. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't have my shiny dex tracker up. There we go. Yeah, I was looking for Chingling, and after breaking a chain of 36, I decided I need to take a break because it was awful. It was the worst chain break imaginable. I think I just stepped into the wrong patch of grass, but like when it happened, I was like, I'm so stupid. I should have just like kept going with a chain of 36 rather than trying to build it. And it was the patch underneath. I just find the patch above on Route 11 so much safer because you have full visual of it. Meanwhile, if it's below you, you can't really see the grass as much. But yeah, that's a lesson learned the hard way. But I'll come back to that at some point. I think what I'm gonna do, try and get Lapras first, and then go back to Chingling. If I have any difficulty doing it again, I'll probably take a break from it again, go to Oras for Dex Nav, and then go back to Poke Radar, because Poke Radar, especially on Route 11, it's testing my patience. But yeah, let's move over. There we go. Oh, it would help if I had, where is it? Oh, my capture card is on the wrong layer. There we go. Okay, that's better. Right. Pressing the button. Hopefully you'll be doing stuff. It takes so long. It's still just a black screen at the moment. Did I actually turn it on? Oh, no. I didn't press the button long enough. There we go. Right. Should be turning on now. There we go. I'm gonna turn the waveform off, I think. There we go. How we feel about music, by the way? Do we keep the music on and just mute the game audio because it's gonna be a lot of this? Also, I know it's quite wide. I might actually change that. I was only doing top screen, but then I realized you can't really see Lapras when you do that. Yeah, we'll do one with the audio and then we'll switch over to music. Because overlaying all this a million times will be a bit of a pain. Oh, I just realized I don't have my wrong one. That's a Grookey. Why is this wrong? Okay, give me a moment. Let me mute the game audio as well. Okay, put the music back on. This one? Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll stick this over here where the chat's meant to be. I still haven't fixed that. Alright, that's fine. And then display. Oh god. Ah! Where's it gone? A window first. That's weird. Okay. All this empty space on the side. How do I... Side view mode. Oh my god, every time I like maximize a window, it takes it to like a mysterious fourth monitor. Alright. There's a lot of like empty vertical space, but I think for now it's fine. Actually, I could probably crop it. I don't know. It's a bit of an awkward one because there's not really... It's better than what it was before though. I think just having a bit of empty vertical space is a lot better than having empty horizontal. There we go. I'm not used to seeing it like this, so it's weird. Radio, okay. At one point, like, I was worried that this just didn't exist, but I've seen a lot of people say they've gotten a shiny lapras from this guy. And I see, like, the gender of it changing, so... Oh, give me a moment. It's, there. I accidentally slammed my hand into my keyboard. Ooh. Just spam it. Oh yeah, I quickly made save files for the 2 Switch games I got. Just on my Switch 2. I know, like, I'm gonna have to do it again once I move it back over to my Switch 1 for like the opposite copies. But yeah, just in case, like, I wanted to do Diamond or Brilliant Diamond on the Switch 1, I just did it anyway. I made sure all the text speeds were set to fast and everything. So we are pretty prepared. It's kind of scary messing around with save files with the Switch 2 and the Switch 1. There we go. Want to play rock, paper, scissors over my sanity? There's not really a way I can do that, you know? There's not really a... I should add a command maybe, but there's with streaming, there's not really a way. It wouldn't really, I don't know. Because of things like delay and stuff. No, I didn't mean to nickname it. Ugh. I'm just gonna name you Miku and move on. I'll count down, but there's still delay. There we go. Right. Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah, that's the thing as well. Like, I'm not always reading chat. Right. Pretend you are? Well, there's not really too much point to that. Alright, this is gonna take me forever for only on 200. That's fine. It's something a bit more chill than Poke Radar. Like, I was doing Poke Radar in the early AMs of the morning, and needing to concentrate whilst you're so tired is awful. But then, like, it just took me ages to build up a chain as well on Route 11. So I decided it was just worth, it was just worth continuing the chain until, like, I found it or I broke it. What I need to do, actually, once I think I said once again. Once I, go back to shiny hunting, Qingling, I'll probably set the time to, or the date to my birthday, just so I can get the 4% fast music rather than the 2%. Not too much, but, like, it would definitely help. Because I felt like I was never getting the fast music. And it always ended after one check as well. That was the worst thing. I get so hyped for the fast music, run around, press Y, music returns to normal. There we go. I should probably time how quick I can do encounters, just so I know like how long this would take me on average. Yeah, always the one rolls and fast foods. Like I had one that went up to I think 3 or 4 checks, but I got nada. I want to try radar again, but I don't know what to do and when to do it. My only advice is don't do Route 11. If you want Staravia, Sork, Hariyama, Qingling, Nidorina, go somewhere else. Oh, and Dedenne. How could I forget Dedenne? Because Dedenne was the one who broke my 36. I feel like I don't have much I'd want from Route 11. Yeah, like Qingling's the only one. I feel like everything else you could probably get. Maybe Sork as well. I don't know what routes Sork and Fro appear on, but at the very least, Qingling, like unless you want to do random encounters in Reflection Cave, there's not really much else to find it. Yeah, I had a feeling. But yeah, it's just as well like I kind of want to do as many methods as I can for this Chimecho quest. The Poké Radar makes sense, it's just awful to do. But it wouldn't be as bad if the route I was doing it on wasn't evil. Like I had a look and it looks like it's like the second worst route. What was the other one? It was like route, I want to say 13 maybe, might be worse, or something like that. Here we go. Radar in Gen 4 would be better. Oh yeah, I think for Gen 4 I'm probably gonna Poké Radar Qingling. Because from the looks of it, some of the routes it can spawn on is just an infinitely better than Route 11 in XY. I think the annoying thing is, on Route 11, when I break a chain, a lot of the time is my fault. I had like one chain that broke due to like not my fault. Everything else has been like my fault, and that's the annoying thing. Like when I recognized, oh, I messed up. But if Route 11 wasn't such a awkward route to Poké Radar in, it wouldn't be a problem. Like this route actually looks like it'd be decent to Poké Radar. Not a lot of vertical space, but that horizontal would be decent. Straight up Badlands. Yeah. What Pokemon even spawn on Route 13? 13 XY. Oh, I must be thinking of another route because that doesn't have grass. Oh, I can't find it. I had a Poké Radar guide, and there was like one other route apart from Route 11 that they had at the very bottom. Like they had everything in route order, and then when I was looking for Route 11, I'm like, where is it? And it was all the way at the bottom of like one other route. Oh, Route 3. Ah, that's probably why I thought it was Route 13. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the one hard Poké Radar hunt, thank you. I'm definitely not gonna be looking for Burmy anytime soon. If I do, it'll probably be in, like, PLA. Berry trees, yeah. I'm thinking about like the Munchfax hunt. I don't think I could do it. I mean, to be fair, it is like mainly soft resetting. It's just finding it is the awful hard part. I don't know if I prefer hunts that take longer to set up than hunts that take quicker to set up, but just takes a lot longer. Bit of a difficult one. Alright, there we go. Oh, I want to do a horde hunt actually, now that I think about it. Probably an Oras for Roselia. Reclaim my first ever shiny. That'll probably be its own video, to be fair. I mean, depending on how long it takes, because it could take me seconds, you know? That's one thing I worry about with, like, single target hunts, is that I'm just gonna find it right away, and then I won't be able to make any interesting content off of it. But yeah, I'll probably look for Roselia using, like, Sweet Scent or something in Oras, because that was the first ever shiny Pokemon I found, was a shiny Roselia in a horde. I'll probably have a look to see if there's any other targets I'd like to get from a horde. Because the two Mime Juniors I have in this game have been from horde hunts when I, well, not hunts, but from hordes when I was looking in Reflection Cave for Chingling. You can horde Spinda. Yeah, that would be an interesting one. I don't know if I want, like, a specific theme, though. I mean, it is a Gen 3 Pokemon, so at least have that. Honestly, I'll probably just have a look. Oh my goodness. Yippee! Yo! The Mass Justice with the super chat. Thank you. Hello. I appreciate it. Thank you for hopping in. It scared me. I forget I have YouTube alerts sometimes. Oh, that reminds me, I was in a call with someone, Daijobu. I think he's currently live with Boney, but we were talking in VC and he forgot that he hadn't followed me on Twitch, but I had my VTuber software in the background because I was recording like a video. So all of a sudden I just hear yippee 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 just like a million times. I'll probably like try and change it with YouTube as well so it does a similar thing. But whenever someone follows me on Twitch, it plays. Let me actually try and like manually activate it. Where is it? Interaction with Twitch. On, yeah, this one. It's so stupid. I love it so much though. But yeah, that just started playing out of nowhere. It was like a full-on jump scare because obviously I wasn't live, so I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, he was like, oh, I forgot I haven't followed you, so I followed you on Twitch. I was like, yeah, I can tell from the million yippies in my ear. There we go. I'll probably look into more like YouTube and Twitch interactions with my VTuber software, because there are a lot of cool things you can do. Like a lot of my channel point stuff is just based on activating and deactivating like an asset. Where is it? You got TBH, you got head pats. There's a mimicky one. At some point I'll probably look to see if I can, I don't know, I want more. I'm greedy, I want more interactions. There we go. I was just chilling and had some guy redeem a PLA shiny noise in a different chat and somehow that actually got me with that. Speaking of, I do have Shiny Luck, which does play the PLA shiny noise. There we go. I need to see if I can disable the alert for it though, just so that it isn't playing the two noises at once. Oh, it only plays for me though. Oh, right. Okay, that's probably... Give me a moment. I'm stubborn and I want to fix this now before I forget. Da, 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 da. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Same for the yippies. Wait, oh, right, because I know why that is. That's because I have desktop audio disabled. So now if I do this, it should have played. I don't know. I'll try and configure that so it works differently. Because I prefer not using desktop audio, just because like if I do things like stream on my well, there is ways around it on like my Switch capture card, but it's just annoying to do that. But yeah, my alerts weren't showing up in my... Where is it? Yeah, the scene isn't showing as an audio source, but I'll figure that out after. There we go. Yo, why don't you try reaching to a higher audience? I saw you only realistically streaming on YouTube with little viewers. Number one, it's a little like, don't want to say inappropriate, but like streaming and viewer etiquette is to not mention... Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you guys heard that one. Well, thank you there. That played a different noise as well. I think that was the new alarm I made. But yeah, as I was saying, like viewer streamer etiquette is to not mention about viewers, because like I am aware my view count is low. You know, I am constantly aware that my view count is low. So when people point it out, it doesn't make me feel any better. Two, I multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube, where, you know, I still don't have the greatest reach, but I do streaming more for fun rather than viewership, you know? Trust me, if I could have 1 million viewers watching me, I would. That's not something I particularly decide. But I have been making like more short form content. Well, I'm planning short form content to hopefully like grow my reach a bit, because with YouTube as well, I've been kind of slowing down. Like you guys kind of see it with my views, I've dipped quite a bit, because before I got my job, I was very consistent. I was posting a lot, so I was climbing. Then as soon as I got a job and all my time poofed and vanished, I stopped posting as much. So, you know, I didn't have the momentum anymore. So now I'm trying to build it back up now that I have more time. Having fun, not allowed. If I remember correctly, having 10 viewers already puts you in the top 25%. Yeah. I know they've like lowered down the expectation for like affiliates, but even stuff like that, it's hard to hit nowadays. I mean, kind of like putting yourself out there, because like there are thousands of streamers, and if you don't stand out, you won't climb. Yeah, I mean, like it's difficult because I want to focus more on YouTube videos rather, like I want to focus more on editing and scripting, and I find that so much fun. Promoting myself as a streamer is something I find a bit harder to do. I think I worry that I'm gonna be too annoying, you know? Like if I post on Twitter or Blue Sky or Freds or like any of those other social medias that I do have, I worry I'm gonna be annoying. Like I used to post alerts every time I went live, and then, you know, I was just scrolling Twitter one day and I saw a bunch of other streamers posting constantly on my timeline that they were going live, and it made me realize like I didn't want to see that, so other people might not want to see that as well. I probably will try and push the fact that I'm streaming a lot more, like mention it in my videos a lot more, you know, have my Twitch link a bit more accessible, because I think like even on my Twitter, the website underneath is like my merch website rather than like one of those I do have one like a card or like a link tree where you can find all of the links instead of just one. I'll probably actually do that. Let me, you know what, I'm gonna make a note of it. 1, fix audio for alerts about desktop audio. 2, fix link tree link in bio. There we go. Because yeah, I view myself more as like a, I don't know if I counted that lapras, so I'm gonna say I didn't. I view myself more as like a YouTuber than a streamer. So I think like because I've viewed myself as that, I don't really focus on promoting my streaming. But now that I'm getting more into streaming again, I probably will like advertise myself a bit more. I've started using like Instagram a bit more. Granted, is at the moment it's just like photos of shiny Pokemon I've got, but I do want to start being more active overall rather than focusing just on making videos. I'd say 5 viewers here on Twitch is already average. Yeah, probably. I mean, it really depends on like things like category as well. Or try to make yourself a well-known as a streamer, or don't focus on growing only by publicity. Yeah. It's like a lot of it's really hard as well, because I used to be quite into watching like the kind of advice channels for streaming and making YouTube videos, and specifically with streaming, the one advice is go on every other social media. You cannot grow as a streamer on Twitch by just streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I just find it hard to integrate the link. You know, I found like even though I was getting a couple thousand views on some of my shiny hunting videos like last year, I couldn't, you know, I didn't really grow that much on Twitch. You know, I was growing a lot on YouTube, but none of those people went over to Twitch. I don't know if multi-streaming has anything to do with it. Like, you know, they're already on YouTube, so they'd rather watch me on YouTube rather than Twitch. But I don't really want to just stream on one platform as well, because, like, I don't know. I'd rather grow overall rather than that. I don't know. It's weird. That's what you post on Instagram? Yeah, I'm posting the same things on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram. It's just all scheduled posts of the targets for my shiny Miku video. I'm gonna run out of content on Wednesday, so after then don't expect any more posts. Unless I find the lapras. But yeah, I might look into doing things like stories as well. You know, like little things that are like, oh, I'm live right now, you know? Because I used to do that, but I think because like I worried that I wasn't growing. I just stopped doing that because I felt like I was wasting effort instead of focusing on something else. But I think like if I do everything, then it will pay off. I found the main way I was growing on Twitch was collaborations, and well, that wasn't even growing. That was just inflating my follower number, because I would join things like, this is before I was just just before I was a Pokemon content creator. I did a lot of variety things. I played mainly Overwatch. I joined a lot of Overwatch VTuber tournaments, and I got a lot of followers from like fellow content creators that I was in a team with or, you know, playing against. And sure, you know, I gained quite a few followers doing that. None of those people really watch my streams, so it's difficult. But like, at the same time, I view it and I'm like, you know, that's still good in a way, at least at the beginning, because I feel like this with YouTube or like anything. If someone sees a video on their timeline that is, you know, it doesn't have any views, the person, like the account has 10 subscribers, immediately, even though like you don't have any idea about this content creator, your mind goes to, they're really small, they don't have subscribers, therefore their content isn't good, before you even watch them. And I kind of feel the same way about like any follower number. Like, I worry that if my follower count isn't big enough to entice people into watching, that it's not gonna grow. You know, because like I have that prejudice about some YouTube accounts. Like, if I see a YouTube channel with like less than 100 subscribers, I'm less likely to watch their videos, even if it might be a masterpiece. Because, you know, I just have my doubts. I'm like, oh, well, if the video is so great, why don't they have 1 million subscribers? Which, you know, it's a bad way of thinking, but like, it made me realize that that's why I was doing YouTube Shorts for quite a while. Because with YouTube Shorts, you don't really gain a consistent like viewer base on your main form videos, but what you do get is a lot of subscribers. And inflating your subscriber number means that when you do post a video, if it comes to someone, they're more likely to watch it because it comes from a YouTube channel with a bigger number. YouTube hides sub count on mobile by default, if I remember correctly. That is a good point. Let me just check. What is my, can I see like my, I think you can, audience, like how many people watch on mobile, how many watch on desktop. 42% watch on mobile. Okay. Dude, 42% watch on mobile. The next highest percentage is 24.4, which is TV. More people watch on their TV than they do on their computer or tablet. That's crazy to me, because I never watch YouTube on my phone. I always watch it on my computer. Sometimes I will watch it on my TV though, if it's like a cinematic, like hour-long video. Oh, maybe I should start making hour-long videos just for like the 24% of people who watch my content on TVs. Like, this is for you guys. Oh, for me, it's just what the video stream is about. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's a weird mental thing when I look at a YouTuber. I especially go out my way to watch smaller streamers / YouTubers. When I like catch a video that I really like and it's from a smaller creator, I get hooked. I watch all of their videos. It's just like very hard to get over that initial like aversion, you know? I mean, if it's from like a YouTuber with 100, like only 100 subscribers, but like 3,000 views on a video that's been recommended, like I probably would check it out. I think it also matters about like video age as well. You know, if it was released like 5 hours ago and has 3,000 views but only like 100 subscribers, I'm like, yeah, they still have time to grow. Like, their viewer count doesn't, oh, did not mean to do that. Their viewer count doesn't reflect the like the actual quality of the video. You're a good second monitor streamer. Thank you. I hope to be a good second monitor streamer and a good TV YouTube creator. That's the 2 goals. Be live on a second monitor and have my videos on a TV. Only watch on phone when I'm running in bed. It's something about like the ads on mobile just infuriate me. Like, I can watch an ad on my computer for YouTube completely fine. on my phone, there's just something about having an ad on YouTube mobile that makes me like not want to watch it. Same with like Discord. You know, like if you know, when you post a video in like a Discord channel and you press play and then it immediately puts you into an ad if you don't open it in a browser. Really annoying. Premium. I don't know about YouTube Premium. I'm considering it, but like I also do have like an ad blocker that I forget about. I do turn it off when it's like a creator I either know or like a smaller creator that might have monetization. It's hard to tell sometimes because YouTube monetization is very difficult to gauge whether someone is monetized. Run the strat of close and reopen videos on YouTube. I used to like when I opened a YouTube video, I would just swipe all the way to the end and just play all the ads first, so I could just watch the video in peace. I don't know if that still works anymore though. Ad blocker just works on YouTube despite them trying to work around. Yeah, it's just like I cannot live without an ad blocker. Some websites are just, you cannot even use a website without accidentally clicking on something. I don't mind like banner advertisements. It's like advertisements that like Fandom Wiki. If anyone has ever opened like, or any kind of blogging website on their phone, when you open it up and when you're looking at like a paragraph and then all of a sudden the paragraph shifts away from you because a video is opened at the bottom that you got to press a tiny little X to click off, but then you've accidentally clicked on the advert itself. Yeah, it's just I don't even know. I remember seeing a post like the guy who made pop-up ads said like he was sorry. Having a fake X on ads on the opposite corner, yeah. Or like mobile games where like it will have like a little playable demo of sorts that isn't what the game is at all, and it's kind of fun, but then it doesn't let you progress past a certain point and then automatically pops up like with the store page, or not even the store page, it'll pop up like a little banner where it'll be like download now and a little X. You press the X and it opens up your Play Store. Awful. I try to go out of my way to report those for false advertisement. If a mobile game lets me play through endlessly or like to the end of a level without like interrupting me with the Play Store in the middle of the advert, I'll consider downloading it if it's fun. But any of the ones that like pause your gameplay mid-ad to shove you into the Play Store, no. And the games themselves are just so fun to just vibe and brought in, and then you get to a certain point where you get an ad every 4 minutes. Gosh, I miss when like mobile games you could play through without being interrupted. I don't mind games that have like monetization where it's like, oh yeah, watch this 1 minute ad for like 500 coins or, you know, whatever, something like that where you earn something from doing it. Interrupting your gameplay just to play an ad is the worst. I have this one game on my phone that like it's just one of those mindless puzzle games that I just open every so often. It plays an ad after every level, so what I do is as soon as I complete a level and press continue, I close the game and reopen it because it's quicker than watching through the ad. Oh, auto mod, there we go. Oh, I haven't really seen a lot of like TikTok ads. At the moment, the only ads I get on TikTok is like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that you could earn money for swiping on TikTok, which is obviously too good to be true. YouTube, not YouTube, TikTok is just full of ads nowadays as well. Because you'll get like a proper advertisement where it'll be disclosed as an ad. You'll scroll and it will have, it'll be someone trying to sell you something from the TikTok shop. I couldn't bring myself to buy much off the TikTok shop if it's like advertised to me. If I'm looking for the TikTok shop, I remember I bought like a giant like crate. No, it sounds really bad when I say crate, but like it was like a giant box of ready salted Walker's crisp for like really cheap. Like they weren't expired at all. I don't know what the deal was with them, but like it was a good deal and it was from the TikTok shop. But other than that, I see a lot of ads for like Pokemon cards and like sealed product. I just ugh. That and like Whatnot is something I don't understand. I don't understand Whatnot streams. I do have the Whatnot app and I've looked into it a couple times, but I just don't get it. Like eBay, but you're streaming it. Plus a lot of like dodgy stuff goes on in on Whatnot streams. Like I've heard a lot about things like scalpers like pretending or like hiding the card you won and stuff like that. It sounds like a fun concept, you know, like watching live streams and auctioning cards in a way. But like the culture around Pokemon, like the Pokemon TCG nowadays is just so full of people just trying to make money rather than people who actually care about the TCG. Oh, let me allow that. There you go. But yeah, I've heard pretty bad things about TikTok ads having like no filter at all, or like I actually remember seeing an AI ad. Well, it was like an ad for to promote like an AI website or app. I don't know what it was, but the ad itself, it was like an AI generated video of someone robbing like a grocery store. And then it was like a guy sending that video to his friend that he AI generated a video of. I'm like, you cannot advertise an AI app that generates videos of people doing crimes, like... Yeah, I don't know what's his auto mod. I think it's more picky on words. Is it... Yeah, it did not like some of the words you were saying, but I think because, you know, that message doesn't particularly have anything. Well, I don't want to say like not PG because it's definitely not. But yeah, I don't know, with like Pokemon cards nowadays, I really want to buy more stuff. Like I still have my Black Bolt ETB and a bit of my White Flare ETB I need to open. I have stuff for the Iono stream. I want to do that again, but I'm caught up with so many videos, it's hard to. I will do the cosplay stream again at some point because I want to get that one done so I can do another version of it but with Kanari, because Kanari is my favorite ZA character, so it'd be really cool. What else do I have? I think that's like all the cards I have. Yeah, because with the Iono, I have a Iono's like acrylic statue collection thingy and an ETB of Journey Together. I haven't bought the last couple of sets. I've bought a couple bits from Mega Evolution, but with... Oh my god, what's the name of the new set? Oh, I forgot the name. The Dragonite set, you know the one. There's a couple cards in it I do want to get. but like buying Pokemon product is so hard without paying like a bajillion extra for scalper prices. Although a local card shop near me was doing pre-orders for it, but at the time I didn't really care about the set to do it. I kind of regret doing that because like the more I looked at the cards in the set, the more I was like, ooh, I kind of want that one. Like it has Banette and Medicham, which are like two of my favorite Pokemon. It has a really cool Score Bunny card, which I'm collecting every Score Bunny card in English. I'm missing the base one from Mega Evolution, and obviously the ones from, what is it called? I'm gonna look. Where is it? Ascended Heroes. That's it. Yeah. And the normal and the illustration rare from Ascended Heroes. Wait, you do cosplays? Yeah, before I was a VTuber, I was a cosplayer. Like, if you go on TikTok and you look at my follower account, most of those followers are from when I was a cosplayer. I used to be a cosplayer TikToker before I was a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber. I did cosplay TikToks of various like games and anime. Is there a cosplay TikToks on TikTok? I think I've deleted all of them now. Actually, on my Instagram and on my Reddit, there's still like one image on there, I think, from my Ace Attorney Ron Delight cosplay. That cost me a fortune, by the way, because I don't know why I paid so much for it, but Ron Delight basically is a character from Ace Attorney who's like, he's popular enough, but he's like a character that's only seen in one case. So there aren't any pre-made cosplays of him, so I had to commission people for both his wig, because he has like Princess Leia hair, pretty much, and the whole outfit. I still have it in my wardrobe, like I still have the whole cosplay. I have like most of my cosplays actually. I haven't really thrown too many away. But yeah, I posted it on Reddit and it blew up on there. I posted it on Instagram and it got featured on like a Ace Attorney cosplayers account, which I think is inactive now. If anyone knows the game, Your Turn to Die, is basically a little death game RPG kind of thing, similar to like Ace Attorney, Danganronpa, Zero Escape, like that kind of idea of game. Really good game, I definitely recommend it. It's not done yet, but the final chapter is almost out. I was playing it as it was coming out and being translated into English, and I cosplayed my favorite character from it, now Igo Koro. Yet again, because it was like a small indie game where, you know, not many people knew about it, let alone make cosplays of it, I did it completely as a closet cosplay, which is the term for like, you know, going in your wardrobe, picking out clothes that kind of match what the character wears, but isn't like the exact cosplay. But yeah, I did a closet cosplay of Now from Your Turn to Die, and the creator actually saw it. I think I posted it on, it was either Reddit or Twitter. It was one of the two. And yeah, he I think it was Twitter, because I think he liked it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I think the Ron Delight one, oh wait, I think I posted it on Reddit, but I think the creator saw it on Twitter. I think it was something like that. But yeah, those photos are old, especially the Now one. There's like an obvious filter on my face. Because I am not good at cosplay makeup. That's one thing I never got down. Because I don't wear makeup like normally. I only buy makeup for cosplays. So I never learned how to put makeup on myself. And throughout like primary and secondary, I had a friend who was also a cosplayer. They normally go by like Gizmoer. So if you look up Gizmoer on TikTok or Instagram, they'll be on there. They're much more famous than I am in like the cosplay world. But yeah, we've been we were best friends. We're not really in touch anymore, but we were best friends from like the age of 4. So I would go over to their house before we would go to a convention, and they would just do my makeup for me because I couldn't do it. But they were really good at it. I think they still do it occasionally, but not as often. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect you to do cosplay. Yeah, I mean, like my view of like my face and, you know, like me as a human rather than a VTuber, my opinion of it is I couldn't care if people knew what I if people knew what I looked like. That's the phrase. But like branding wise, I'm a robot, you know. Like I can be a like a webcam streamer just because like as a brand, I just think the robot is a lot cooler. But it doesn't mean that I won't do like cosplay streams every so often, like, because it is a bit harder to do a cosplayer to do a cosplay when you have like a 3D model. Oh, I think the music ended. Why is it quiet? There we go. But yeah, I don't have any like insecurities. I always wanted to be a robot, like as a branding, you know? It's very hard to keep up a robot branding when you have flesh and bones. Oh, thank you, Puppy-ulu. Gosh, I should have a look to find my old cosplay photos. My first ever cosplay was Grell Sutcliffe from Black Butler. She's the one with like red hair and like spiky teeth. But god, that wig that I had for her is really matted. I don't know if I still have it, but like even back then, because it was my first cosplay, I didn't know how to take care of wigs. You know, it was so matted, it was awful. I have some old photos of me like borrowing my friend's CL cosplay from Black Butler as well. I had a Diva cosplay from Overwatch. It was more just like a bodysuit, if anything. It wasn't anything like fantastic, you know? What else did I'm trying to remember all my cosplays. A lot of them were like closet cosplays that oh my god, Tails. So I've cosplayed Tails from Sonic. I bought these like really well made like specifically for Tails ears and, well, tails, like a little belt thing that had like the 2 tails that he has. But one time I entered a cosplay competition and, well, I wasn't going to enter a cosplay competition, but I walked into the convention and the first thing I see is an Amy and a Sonic cosplayer, and it was uncoordinated. But you know, they came up to me and was like, we're gonna enter the group cosplay, do you want to join us? And I was like, sure, I guess, like I may as well. And we ended up winning, though we had to split the prize 3 ways, and I definitely ended up with the worst of the bunch, but I did get Pocky, so it was very good. Could never say that for Pocky. I know myself and I could never do cosplay. I'm too uncomfortable in public. With cosplay, it's definitely a lot better if you go to a convention and cosplay. Me and my friend would also go out in public, like from, you know, convention days and you know, mainly for like photos and stuff. You do get weird looks when you do that, but like conventions is quite fun because everyone around you, you know, is doing the same thing, and it's just like an air of friendliness in a convention hall that you don't really find elsewhere. My dad once took me to a Comic-Con once when I was 12, and I legit started crying because I was so overwhelmed. I asked my dad to go home because I didn't really like it, and he kept telling me, yeah, in a bit. Yeah, there is a lot of noise. I think like nowadays a lot of conventions do have like quiet rooms or like spaces where you can like decompress and like relax a little bit, because like going into a convention is just constant noise and chatter. But I think once you tune it out, because it was a bit overwhelming for me at first, is why I go to a lot of like smaller conventions. I did go to a convention in Bristol once. That was not great because it was massive. So I was like, I'm just gonna stick to my tiny little town and the conventions in there. But yeah, it's yeah, once you tune it out, and you, especially if you have a group. I wasn't really social, but like my friend, you know, my cosplayer friend was very social, knew a lot of cosplayers, knew a lot of famous cosplayers as well. We would always end up with a little group to meet up with, which was nice. I don't think I could go to a convention alone because it's just like, I just feel so awkward. Like going to card shows by myself is awkward enough, and you know, I'm not in full cosplay at this. I did consider going as Iono for one of them, but then I thought how hot and sweaty and just everything a card show is. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Good thing I didn't, because like I went there and it was a really hot summer day. I've been wanting to explore cosplay myself. I started out with just wigs, so like I just bought like a random wig and just wore something from my wardrobe that maybe the character would wear, or you know, like make up a character as well. Like a couple of my OCs came from random cosplays I made. Oh, the first ever Pokemon cosplay I did was N from Black and White. It's still accessible somewhere, not like on my main pages, but there is I've mentioned it in my plushie video, but there is a account on TikTok and Instagram as well called TikTok Furret. It's an old account that when I was younger, I still have this plushie of a furret, and I don't know what I was doing. I was just making TikToks where I'd like act out or like just I just play with this furret plushie, and I had like a Rowlet one as well, and I'd make up little scenarios and I'd post it on TikTok. There is actually I think like 1 or 2 TikToks on there where you can see me cosplaying as N. There's a couple TikToks from when I was in Belfast as well. I remember one with like Rowlet on a beach. I still have access to that account, and because I have more Pokemon plushies, I have been considering like randomly posting something on there. Continue the world of TikTok Furret. But the thing is, I don't really have the space to record, you know? And I don't have the location. Because I'm worried about exposing myself, because looking back through those videos, I don't live where I did back then. Definitely not in Belfast as well. But like, you know, I worry. Because I hear things about how people can like track where you live for like the slightest information. Yeah, that N cosplay, like the only thing I got for it was the wig. I already had the cap And I was like, this really looks like Ends Cap from Black and White. And I think that's what actually inspired me to buy the wig and closet cosplay him, because it was just like a white shirt and trousers, really. But yeah, I was thinking, like, on the lead up to posting the plushie video, posting like a really cryptic TikTok on that account. And also on Instagram, that TikTok for it. I think it's just called TikTok for it, even though it is on Instagram. I used to post card openings, so like me opening. I remember I opened a lot of Detective Pikachu because it was like around that era. Must have been like around 2018, if I had to guess. So it was like Sun and Moon and Detective Pikachu. I remember it was a lot of like that stuff. And man, I wish, I don't know, I wish like I could still open those kind of packs. Yeah, I used to be really bad about my personal information. I've said it a lot, but like I have doxed myself on stream multiple times. Obviously like the information's not there anymore, and this was like 2 years ago now probably. But like I remember vividly, it was the lead up to my merch store releasing and me dropping my merch for the first time, because everything on my merch store is provided from Forful, which is, you know, the website I used to build the site and everything, except for the keychains. The keychains are a lot different because they come from what's the website called again? Vogue Race. Yeah, they come from Vogue Race, so that's something custom that I drew, I sent to them, and then they sent me a bunch of them once I bought it. But I was so excited that the keychains were arriving that I pulled the website up on stream, not aware that my full name and my full address was visible. Oh, it's awful. And yeah, every time I ship out a keychain, I have to like have the return address to, I think it's my PO box, which I don't really have a PO box, but like I bought one just so I can have a return address, so I don't have to put my address when I'm sending out keychains. First name Sprint, second name Goals, right? Yeah. Location Twitch, yeah. You doxed me, wow. But yeah, I did it multiple times in a row, and it got so bad that Boney, I don't know if you know who Boney is. He's a friend of mine. If like I'm not live, I might be live on like his stream or like a couple other streamer friends, because we play things like Overwatch, and because I don't stream variety games, I just stream Pokemon. I don't stream with them as much anymore, because obviously they're not into Pokemon like I am, so I'm on their streams and they're not often on mine. But yeah, Boney messaged me on Discord like, Springles, you might want to delete the VOD because you've doxed yourself. And I remember the time, like the moment I saw the Discord ping whilst I was, you know, yapping about this keychain delivery. I looked over to it and my heart sunk. That like I vividly remember like pausing and trying to act like nothing was wrong as I frantically closed down the tab. Because obviously I don't want to draw attention to the fact that my full name and address was on screen. But like, you know, that was bad. It was like a celebration stream as well. I think it was like for reaching like 100 followers on Twitch or something like that. Or it was like a subscriber milestone. It was something like, it was like a milestone stream. So I was streaming a lot longer than usual. I was streaming like Minecraft for a bit. I was just chatting, things like that. But yeah, Not gonna lie, I'd be stupid enough just to completely look over that. That's why I didn't want to mention it, just in case like the people who hadn't realized that, you know, I doxed myself on stream, that they wouldn't pay attention to it. But yeah, I immediately deleted the VOD and everything relating to that. But like things like my name, well, not my full name. I've taken precautions as well as of late to decrease my odds of ever being found. But my first name at least is like, I would say publicly available, but publicly in like quotation marks. It's not something I give out often, but it's something that if someone like called me by it, I wouldn't mind, you know? To me, it's like Jacksepticeye. Everyone calls him Jack. Some people call him Sean, but like if you're referring to him, you're going to call him Jack or Jacksepticeye. To me, that's like the same way I view my like name, you know? Like you could call me by my first name, but like, you know, when you're talking about me as a content creator and not as like a person, right, that sounds weird, but like, you know, like not as a IRL completely separate to like me as a creator. I prefer people referring to me as Sprinkles. Like I don't care. Oh, ow. My mic arm. Like I don't care if you call me Georgia, but like that's weird to me. Like I've had online friends as well, like obviously because I don't care if they know because they're my friends. They've tried it out and they said it was weird as well. I'm like, referring to myself as it is kind of weird as well, but like, you know, I don't care. You know, I was about to I don't know if Jacksepticeye's like last name it's somewhere like is something Irish. But like, you know how they do like Jacksepticeye in the middle? That's how like I view myself, but like obviously I wouldn't say it. You're the second British person I know whose name's Georgia, and I only know a collective 10. I was named after someone else as well. So I think, no, I don't think I mentioned this in my short about my accent, but I was actually born in Northern Ireland before I moved over to England. Apparently when like my family lived in Northern Ireland, there was like this other family across the street, and recently they had a little girl called Georgia, so they just stole the name from them. Which I mean, fair enough. Like whenever anyone's like, oh, are you named after anyone? Like, you know, they usually mean like grandparents and stuff. It's like, yeah, I was named after someone, a random stranger that lives across the street from us. They stole the name and moved across the country. That's amazing. Classic, like, I was gonna say like England behavior, but thinking about it, America does that too. To us Brits. You know? Because they got like knew everything. They moved over and they just stole every name from a couple of our cities. Like, you know, you have York over here. They have like New York. Things like that. They just put new in front of it. I was already wondering a bit about the accent. It sounded British, but just a little different. Yeah, I recently made a YouTube short. I posted it on my second channel though, and on my TikTok as well. Because I get asked about it a lot. A lot of people assume I'm American, but I think it's like a bit of the twang. So yeah, I moved over to England when I was young. I live in kind of like a farmer kind of area. You know, like, definitely not posh English, is what I would say, but like, I've hated the accent from around here ever since I was young, and I refuse to adopt, like the same kind of, not like language, but like slang. My least favorite, my most hated word ever is the word "in it." I hate it so much. It isn't it. In it is just awful to like listen to for me. So I did everything to kind of avoid gaining that accent. And then I think a mix of me, you know, having a lot of my formative years in Ireland, you can kind of hear it when I say like a couple words, or specifically, I think my R's kind of do it. My older sisters used to tease me for the way I said like door, because like it's not as bad as anymore, but I used to really elongate the R's. And I think a mix of that and media consumption, because I watched a lot of like My Little Pony, or like, you know, TV shows with a lot of American voice actors rather than like British, you know, like I wasn't big into Peppa Pig. So I think a mix of that really like formed my accent rather than where I lived. My mom always used to make fun of me for having a soft R. It was the way I said my R's and my lisp. I hate saying that word because it's like a deliberate trap to make it obvious, you know? Like, I have a lisp, which some people don't notice, but like at times it does really come out. It was really bad when I was a lot younger and when I had like braces and stuff. But my older sisters used to tease me about it all the time. Yeah, lisp is such an evil word. The stupid, like, sausage line. I'm not gonna say it because, like, it's a traumatizing sentence for me. Oh, I was about to count a lapras, even though I haven't checked one. I had braces and I hated it with every part of me. Like, it was definitely necessary, but because it was so necessary, it hurt. My like years of having braces just went by. Like, I don't really remember them anymore. I think because like I already wore glasses, it didn't really affect me. Like, I already fit the nerdy stereotype, so having braces and glasses didn't really change me anyway. My teeth weren't even that bad. Like, I feel like they just put braces on you for like any reason. And they're always like, you gotta wear this like mouth guard when you're sleeping for the rest of your life. I stopped wearing it like a month after I got my braces off. My teeth are completely fine. Like, they had worries about my wisdom teeth as well, which I'm worried about still because they still haven't come down. But last time I went to the dentist, they thought that they were, you know, like peaking. But yeah, there's not been any movement in my teeth that have like moved anything. Go. Also stopped wearing my retainers almost instantly. I just put them somewhere and never looked back. Yeah, it's just like they're so uncomfortable, and you wake up and your teeth are just really dry. It was the worst feeling to sleep with retainers in. They're like, what? But what if in 20 years your teeth shift apart again? No. Almost like I wouldn't care by then. Well, not true, but like, I would rather have to get like really expensive like dental surgery than to sleep every night with retainers. Oh, yeah, it was like, it's awful. The thing with like, I mean, braces didn't really, it felt weird not having them on for like an hour, and then it just felt natural like once I had them taken off. I didn't really have them on for long either. A lot of the times I forget I even had braces. A lot of kids end up having them. Glasses though, that's something I'm probably gonna have for the rest of my life. I've watched Final Destination and that's put me off LASIK surgery. I mean, that and like I had a meeting to like a consult for LASIK surgery. And like they gave me like a bunch of like documents and stuff. Just like just a lot of stuff with like information, and then if I wanted to proceed I just had to sign somewhere. They put eye drops which made my vision like really blurry for a while, and I was in the middle of the city center and it was awful. But I really thought about it, and just hearing all the horror stories about LASIK going wrong. I know it's like really uncommon, but like even the chance that I'd live with pain, well, I'd end up with pain that would make me want to end myself than to continue with it was it's really off-putting. I never want to either use lenses or laser surgery. Lenses is something I've thought about, because obviously like with cosplaying, a lot of the time I would get prescription colored lenses, so you know I'd be able to see but my eyes would look, I don't know, like pink or like red or just like a random color. I had a lot of prescription ones, but it's just so hard to upkeep, like thinking about how you have to like either keep them safe with like lens solution or replace them, and that can be really expensive. I'm like, I think it's mainly like the upkeep and the cost puts me off lenses. I don't mind the actual like wearing them. It's uncomfortable for a little bit, but you get used to them. You do kind of feel that they're on at all points though. Like I would never forget that I have lenses on because I can feel it on my eye. But it is nice to not wear glasses every so often. But yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know, it's just the fact that you have to keep doing it and like waking up and putting it in, and because they're quite uncomfortable even after I want to say like 4 hours maybe, because there were times where I'd have to like take my lenses out and put my glasses back on because like my eyes were starting to like strain a little bit from wearing lenses. Like if they weren't that uncomfortable after a time, I probably like would wear them more. Also, they do have there is like a tool you can use to help like with applying contact lenses. It's basically just a little stick with like a little suction cup. Hey, I see you there, Kuraxue. Welcome in, for one, and two, it's meant to be VA. For the viewership. I do appreciate the well, the mod activity. Hello, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I've seen your rants about your girlfriend, which is sweet, but I haven't actually seen you. Did you see that they removed every single one of Doomfist's voice lines in Overwatch? Or like any of the hero interactions with him? It's kind of funny. They what? Yeah, like Sombra had a voice line where if she killed Doomfist, she would say, "Sorry, boss." That's completely gone. That's switched to Vendetta now. But like any kind of interaction any character had with Doomfist, they just removed. Like he has his own voice lines, but like he doesn't interact with anyone because he's, you know, dead. Or, well, quotations, dead. This is a ploy to spite me and me alone. Imagine like they made it like lore accurate and they cut off his arm and everything. Like the only thing you could do is just like punch with your other your other arm. Like right after they gave him the mythic skin too, that's evil. It never happened to my main, bro. Did the Doom VA Legend the CEO Blizzard's wife or something? Yeah, I don't know what's... I was about to say, I don't know what's with the vendetta against him. Damn. Yeah, someone at Blizzard clearly hates either Doom or you specifically. Like, being a diva main, I live the good life, you know? Oh, I have been wanting to play Jetpack Cat, but she's been getting banned every single game. Actually, Evil, they make, like, the best character ever, and you can barely play her because everyone wants her banned in the competitive games. Me who planned a grand total of 6 hours on Overwatch. I played so much Overwatch. I played since season 1 of Overwatch 1 back in 2016. I have a couple thousand hours on it, I think. I did like college and uni. I was in like the teams on my college and uni team for Overwatch. Like I said, I've done like VTuber tournaments of Overwatch as well. I played a good chunk of it before I locked in on Pokemon. Being a Doom main isn't for the weak. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, even BAP got a new skin and a bunch of new voice lines. Like, for the BAP community, that's a godsend. Played 6 hours of Lucio because I hate other people. Lucio's fun though. That's a good character play. I used him only to buff myself. That is like the way to play Lucio though. The best kind of Lucio is people who don't play with their team and just try and kill everyone. Like, Lucio at this point is not a support character, he's a DPS. I'm a big fan of Domina, she's actually really fun. She's been getting banned a lot in games as well. She's fun, but like, I feel like when there's 2 Dominas, no one dies. Bat fans deserve a win, they get nothing, yeah. Hopefully they'll give him like a mythic soon. That would be nice. I also tried Sniper Lady support, but I never knew her shots healed teammates. I thought there was a bomb for that. Yeah, Anna's pretty fun. She's kind of the same where like a lot of Annas will focus on DPS rather than heal, but I was kind of the opposite. Like when I first played Lucio, I remembered shooting my own teammates thinking that would heal them when they don't. The new character Mizuki is quite similar to Lucio, but more DPS focused, which I didn't think that was possible for someone like Lucio, but he's really fun as well. I just wish I had better aim, because one of his ability like tethers people to the ground. I miss it all the time. And considering they added the cat, I really need to learn how to hit that shot. Because if I can tether a cat to the ground, gone. That sounds really weird out of context. That is Overwatch. I'm just a support player because my aim sucks. I find it difficult to place me into a category. I just say like I'm flex now, but I used to say I was a tank main. Because like I mainly play Diva. I have like 500 maybe hours of Diva. She's fun, but like after Overwatch 2, where they changed it to 5v5 rather than 6v6. I found it really hard to play tank. I did the same. I would attempt to put my allies as Lucio if he gave a healing blast. In Rivals, I used to play Cloak and Dagger, also as a solo character, just because she had auto aim. I've never played Rivals. I was and still am a really petty Overwatch player that refuses to touch Rivals because of the rivalry they have going on. Where like, I think it just really annoyed me that every Overwatch content creator was like, this is a million times better than Overwatch. Overwatch is gonna die. Like, people who say that a game is gonna die because a competitor came out is strange. Overwatch has been cooking though. Like, I will say at least Marvel Rivals have kind of put them in gear. I don't know if Overwatch would have kicked so much for this year's like stream they did if it wasn't for Rivals coming out. I hear Rivals has like a pretty bad support problem, like people don't die or something like that. I just like Marvel. I think that's one reason I couldn't get into Marvel Rivals, is because I'm not big into Marvel or like any of that kind of thing. The closest thing I got to any kind of like superhero media was oh my god, what was it called? It was a recent like animated series. It wasn't Marvel, it was the other one. What's what was it called? Why am I so bad at like... You got Marvel and you got the other one. Oh, DC, that's it. Creature Commandos, that's it. Yeah, I watched Creature Commandos and I loved it. Like, that's the only kind of thing that I've interacted with that's been like Marvel, DC, any kind of like, I don't want to say superhero, but like that kind of genre that I've actually enjoyed. Are they making a second season of Creature Commandos? I really hope so, because I enjoyed that. I don't know, it was quite watchable from like an outsider point of view, because I think that's one thing that puts me off. Like, I want to get into some things, but then like I feel like I need to know the past like 100 years of lore before I get into it. Same with things like Final Fantasy. Like, whenever I see like Final Fantasy like 25, I'm like, well, I guess I gotta play the other 24 games, you know? I know a lot of them, like same with Persona as well, that are kind of the case that you can just play one without the knowledge of other games. But in my head, I'm like, I'm missing out important context. Like, even if it isn't needed, I'm like, I need to play from the first one. And yes, it has a crazy support problem, especially because they have one character who's already OP at launch, which seems to never get nerfed and only buffed. That really reminds me of when Brigitte came out in Overwatch. The start of the GOATS meta. CC, or crowd control, was like really bad during the first Overwatch. And Brigitte was like the beginning of the end. And she was a monster for way too long before they probably nerfed her. Like, the role queue wasn't a thing until she was added to the game. Like, she changed the fundamental ways of playing the game because she was that broken. I believe the second season is coming, though it may be live action as is part of live action world. No, I don't like live action. My autistic brain can't figure out what people are like the subtext, you know? And it's not like cool colors and cool fight scenes, you know? I just love Marvel due to the variety. You have your crazy busted little gods, then you have a blind man with anger issues. Some things, like, I think like every so often I will look into like a specific character. Like, I'll go onto a random wiki and I'll read through the wiki page, but I cannot consume the media. I just find it really hard to. Oh, what was it? I think it was yet another DC thing. It was like some sort of Batman like animated series, I remember spending like a good 20 minutes just reading for a random character from that animated series because I just found her interesting. Honestly, if you want an intro, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or Final Fantasy X could be my recommendations. But like, if I started on 10, in my mind, like, even though like I know that it'd probably be fine, my mind would be like, what about the other 9? Which I don't even think that's true, right? Because Final Fantasy like does numbers and like other games and stuff.
Yippee!
Yippee! Thank you for the TBH. Let me see if I can find that like that character I was thinking of. Baby Doll, that's her name. From Batman the Animated Series. I think just a random TikTok came up and I was like, this is an interesting concept for a villain. Let me just read through the entire villain's wiki page for her. I need that love emote as a emote. I don't think I have enough slots, but I'll have a look because at the moment I just have them for alerts. Baby Doll is so sad. Yeah, I know nothing about Batman the Animated Series apart from like the entire Baby Doll stuff. I was just chilling in a chat and we were discussing how the DC Bat family should just be called Team Orphan instead. Oh, actually, my other exposure to like Batman or like Marvel, anything like that, Lego. Lego Batman is like peak fiction. I know nothing about Batman, but I've watched the Lego Batman movie and that was honestly absolute cinema. Like, I think I enjoyed it better than the regular Lego movie. I just think of that one, like, that bit near the end of the movie where it's like him and the Joker talking about like how they're arch enemies, but it's like a really like romantic tone to it. Wait, you mean the Lego Batman movie? I thought you meant the games. Yeah, I mean the movie. The only Lego games I think I've played, like, played as a stretch. I think I've played like a couple levels. Lego Harry Potter for the DS or Wii, one of the two, maybe both. And Lego Star Wars a little bit. Even though I don't like either Harry Potter or Star Wars, I've played a little bit of both of them. I tried Lego Marvel Superheroes, but then my game crashed every time trying to load up level 13. Oh, Metalhead, that actually got me. I was like, for a moment, I was like, I don't know why it gets me, because like I always have OBS open, which means that I don't hear the disconnect noise, but that got me. Oh, I do have a Wii. I could look for a couple of the old Lego games. Iconic sound effects from those games though, like the Lego breaking sound effect and like the collecting the currency. I do remember that. That was peak. I was never really into Lego. I think like the most I've interacted was like the little time I played on the Lego games and like the movies. The first Lego movie is really good. Lego Batman is peak. The second Lego movie has a really good song in it, but other than that, I cannot really remember much from it. I think a lot of people were actually talking about the second Lego movie recently. Specifically, like, the villain song. I love Lego, but it's too expensive to care. Yeah, that too. It's like, I have nowhere to put it. And it's like, do I really want to pay like £100 for a Lego set? Like the Pokemon Lego sets that they showed, they're interesting, but like, well, interesting. They're cool. I wish it wasn't just Gen 1 Pokemon. And like, I don't know, they already have like blocky building things already. You know, what are the like cube, like more cube ones? I don't know, but those look pretty high quality already, and they have like a lot of different Pokemon from them. I remember really wanting the Score Bunny one. Me when everything is awesome. It's just like that song and the Lego Movie in general just exudes such a good aura. You know, like if you compare that to something else at the time that was like trying to be similar, but like just wasn't as good. It was like the Emoji Movie. Like you watch both of those movies and you know the exact time period it was, the exact year it was released. But like the Emoji Movie, it's not as bad as people were saying. Like I don't think it's, I don't want to say terrible, but like there's good parts about it. But yeah, the Lego Movie definitely did it a lot better. Yeah, I just never got really into Lego as a kid. I don't think there weren't really many toys I did play with. Over the My Little Ponies. I loved the little My Little Pony figures. I wonder how much my parents spent on those little like not collector, but like collection sets. I had a bunch of Build-A-Bears and My Little Pony stuff too. That was pretty neat. Before my mom gave it all away. I wish I at least kept like the Princess Luna one was really nice, and the Fluttershy. I had like the whole main six. I had Celestia, Luna, Cadence, Shining Armor, Zecora. I had the Three Sisters, Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, Scootaloo. It's like 13. No, 14. I had a couple more, but I had a ton of them. They were the things I was like, every time I went to Build-A-Bear and they had a new one, I would beg for one of them. Oh no! I forgot to change it because I got my handle. Okay, thanks for pointing that out. What do you want to build a Lego set together? There's a Lego world, isn't there? I've never been there before. I'm bad at building like Lego stuff as well. Like if it's a set, I could probably build it, but if it's just like, here's a bunch of Legos, build stuff, I'm horrible at them. Let me check mans. Wait, I did change it. Why is it different? Why is Stream Elements show? Oh, it's a timer. No, it's only showing my... Dude, I don't know. Why is it like this? I'm baffled. Why is Stream Elements... Maybe I have to kick it and then have it again? But then it works on my more like modern commands I added differently, like probably like recent. Yeah, that's also outdated, I think. Yeah, because I got Surf Edge, but I haven't done that in. Yeah, I did change the command for that. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, I forgot to grab my lapras. Well, I'll look into, let me get the notepad again of things I need to do. Fix Twitter link and stream elements timer. There we go. That is now noted. What other commands do I have on here? Random. Oh, come on. Try that. Pharaoh Siege. Oh, I see. Okay, so that isn't actually a part of like things I have. I think that's just like if I wanted to randomly hunt a random Pokemon, I could just do that command and it'd do it. Good to know. I don't know if I'm gonna go to Worlds this year. That's one thing I've been thinking about. Because last year it was just so accessible in Anaheim. Because my family lived, like my stepmom side of the family live a lot closer to there than like San Francisco. I'll think about it as it gets like closer to like tickets for spectators and stuff, but it's one of those things as well, like I've barely been in a different city by myself, let alone a different country. I might attend Worlds if it's in Europe. Yeah, I think, you know, when it's next in Europe, I'm probably more likely to attend it than this year's in San Francisco. I don't know. If I randomly decide at some point this year before Worlds, let's go to a trip to, I don't know, Sweden. And I spend a week in Sweden by myself. I'd probably be more likely, depending on the outcome actually. If I'm like horrible in another country by myself, then I probably wouldn't. But like, you know, if I can look after myself properly in another country first, that's at least in Europe, then I'd probably be a bit more confident being in another continent. But then at the same time, if I'm in America, my dad would want to spend time with me as well. And I don't want to like inconvenience them if they'd want to go to Worlds as well. Because I did attend Worlds with them last year, which is like part of the reason why I didn't really make a video or like anything with it, because there's a lot of pictures of them and obviously I don't want to share them to the world. Especially my little brother who's like really into Pokemon. I am so sorry to my dad and my stepmom, but like I think taking him to Worlds was like the worst thing they could have done, because ever since he's been obsessed with Pokemon, anytime I'm on the phone, he's always asking me like, what does this Pokemon evolve into? Like, he's memorized a lot of the Pokemon as well. I actually don't know if he has any Pokemon games on his Switch. He watches a lot of the Pokemon anime on TV. But yeah, I got him a little Pikachu plush as well because that was his favorite. I don't know if that's changed since then, but yeah, I really got him into Pokemon when I was over there. Like, I stayed for like 2 weeks, and in that span of time, I got him from liking like Paw Patrol into like being obsessed with Pokemon and being able to name like the first 151 and everything. I still want to visit America someday, but just money and planning and blah. Yeah, it's a nice place to visit. It's just like I wouldn't want to stay there for like an extended period of time. You turned him from a kid into an autism. I mean, runs in the family is what I'm gonna say. It's just proof that it's from my dad's side, because we were never sure if it was from my dad or from my mom. saying that, a lot of my other sisters think they might have, or well, not think, they're very sure they have ADHD. I don't think I have ADHD. I think I have autism. I think we might have got the wombo combo autism dad and ADHD mum to make a little mix. But yeah, I think my brother confirms that it's on my dad's side. At least the autism. Why not both? Join the club, we have snacks. Yeah, I don't think I'm ADHD. I think it's another term for autism and ADHD. Might just be a chronically online term for it, but I don't know. The term makes sense to BH. My ADHD is so bad, my autism looks normal compared to it. Yeah, if I have ADHD, if I had ADHD, I don't think it'd be as bad as my autism. I mean, it is a spectrum, to be fair. Like, I think a couple of my sisters think they might be slightly autistic. But I would probably say no with ADHD. I don't think I have it. Very sure on the autism. Oops. I don't even have my lapras yet. There's a lot of things that I'd like to get diagnosed for. It's just like getting there, especially in the UK, is awful. And it would take me 20 years. I didn't mean to nickname you. I'll name you M for Focus M. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like the NHS is like a good system if it like actually worked. And wait times, I mean, saying that, I'm pretty sure wait times has been the lowest it has been in 4 years, which is something but is not enough for sure. But yeah, like getting officially diagnosed with things like autism, I really don't know if it's worth it. It'd be worth it for like the clarity, you know? Like I would like to know for definite. But other than that, there's no benefits to me doing it. And it's a lot of time for it to, you know, happen. Same with like potential maybe endometriosis, I'm not too sure. That's a whole other can of worms though. I'm bad with blood in every way. But you know, I mean, saying that, like with the I don't know if it's worth it, with that it's completely different. It's like, you know, even if I was diagnosed, what would they be able to do? I mean, I guess like alternate pain relief, so what I'm doing now would be nice. But I could probably do that without getting a diagnosis. One of my IRLs asking me honestly, what's your opinion of last Saturday? What, as in like Valentine's? I should have made a post, but honestly, it's just an everyday to me, you know? I kind of wish we still had like, what my mum would do every Valentine's, because obviously we were like kids and kids don't really celebrate Valentine's like that. She would make like little heart-shaped chocolates, just pouring chocolate in like a heart-shaped mold. But it was, I missed that. I should have done that this year. Also, is anyone hyped for Pancake Day tomorrow? I am. I have been constantly speaking about Pancake Day today to my family. We ended up going to Lidl's as well and buying some pancake mix. We are prepared. We don't have golden syrup though, which is like the one thing I'm not happy about, We have maple syrup, which I don't mind, but like this specific brand of maple syrup is not good. So I'm not particularly happy about that. But we do have other toppings like lemon drops and like Nutella. I wish we had golden syrup because golden syrup is the best. This guy is responding to the one guy making straight up. Whoa, like, yeah, that just happens. Whoa. Shiny at 371. Let's see, we got 2 more to go. Did I tell you that story? I don't think you did. Alright, we got 2 more. See if Nintendo DS Lite 1 is correct. Okay, it's not 370. I don't have the shiny charm in this game, by the way, so we're working with 1 in 4096. I don't even know if gift Pokemon are affected by the charm. I would imagine they are. Let me just pick some model as well, because I had to keep tilting my head. Because I'm like, if I look normal, then my head looks a bit crooked, like that. So I had to turn my head in the opposite direction. I don't know why I didn't just fix that. There we go. Okay. Is it shiny? It's male. And it is not shiny, unfortunately. I've done a lot more encounters than I thought, though. We've been live. Well, I mean, say that. I've probably been yapping a lot, so I haven't been doing as many encounters. Because I could get like 100 in an hour, but we're a bit below that right now. What if it was 372 though? Alright, let's see. It's female. Not shiny. Damn. A lot better than doing it in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee though, so I'll take that. Yo, Dex, welcome in. I love everyone using the new emotes as well. Yeah, Emote Lab has just made it so accessible to like make emotes, and let me actually get like an image of it. But I did a little bit of customization because it is based on a human design I have. Where is it? Yeah, this is the heart one. So customize the jacket and the ears and the headphones mainly. But yeah, if you're a streamer, I definitely recommend Emote Lab because it's just so cute. I have Emote Lab, but I'm too lazy to customize it. It's a lot easier than I thought because you just open the image files in like a drawing software, so like Clip Studio Paint is what I use, and you just draw over it. Honestly, is why mine looks a bit wonky. And in the future, I might go over it with like a more realistic, not realistic, but like accurate pen to the art style. But for now, it does the job. One day. Oh, that one's really cute. I see some people doing like full-on customization with Emote Lab, and it scares me. I'm like, you're changing the whole art style. I was saying that I might have to look into customizing the eyes though, because my human character has like I don't know how to describe it. Like the eyes are specific. Ah, jump scare. Alright. There we go. Look at it, it's so cute. One day I'm gonna get like the whole outfit commissioned IRL Like, I think it would be so cute if I ever attended like TwitchCon or anything, if I got like a little jacket like this one. Because the reason like the outfit is like that is that's like the kind of style I wish I dressed like. Not that I have, but like I wish I dressed like this. So I had a bunch of like in a Pinterest board, I had a bunch of this, and I was like, I wish I looked like that, so I wish my human design has this style of clothing. Oh my goodness, that is a message and a half. Jesus. My dream cosplay is my model, let's both do it. At your design? I commissioned someone for the design. I did have like a Pinterest board of like ideas I wanted. Let me actually find the artist who ended up doing that. Because I commissioned them on VGen. Why isn't it? Oh, there you go. I've commissioned way too many artists now. I'm like, I'm losing track of them. Right, it's you. Charlie V is her name. I'm gonna post the VGen link. But yeah, I went to them. I'm like, I want like a human, like kind of Gajinka in a way of like my robot, just so like for things like merch and like other things, I can just show this design. Because commissioning artists for a robot design is really, really hard. I discovered that the hard way. There are artists that will do like TV heads and robots, but like as a backup, I'm like, I'm gonna have like a little anime girl like Sona that goes along with it. Artists hate drawing anything mech. Yeah, I found that as well. I found it really hard to label what my design is. Because like it's not really mech because it's not really armored. It's like robot, but like it's simple robot. Like I find that a lot of artists will be more likely to draw my design than like a transformer type of design, you know, because it's a lot more simple. But it's very hard to find where I sit there, you know? It's very hard to look at an artist who only draws like anime girls and think, would they be able to draw my character? So just as a backup, I've got that commission so I can do like human design stuff. Yeah, they did a really good job at like adapting the character. And yet again, big fan of the outfit. I was like, I love like oversized sleeves, I love tech wear, just all that kind of stuff. Like Harajuku in a way. And I think the colors they used as well, because like my my robot character's design, the colors are a little bit obnoxious, if I had to say. I think they did a good job at like toning the colors down, that it isn't an eyesore, you know. The outfit is great, it's very streetwear. Yeah, I love like the straps and stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of straps. I like the collar part as well. Like I said, it's something that I definitely would wear if I had the outfit. No, you're good, Puppy Lou. It's very hard to just, like, for me to read messages like that out with me being, you know, like a PG streamer. Like, I acknowledge your message, but like, it's very hard for me to read it out and discuss it. But yeah, I think one thing as well is like, if I did try and cosplay like the human design. Oh my goodness! Hello, Meme Lord! Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. What were you playing? I'm gonna guess it's gonna be either Titanfall 2 or like Helldivers, right? One of those two. But yeah, welcome in, raiders. If you gotta raid and run, no worries. We're just doing some soft resets for shiny lapras, and it is not happening. We are far from it, to be fair. We are not even a quarter to odds. Not even like probably a fifth to odds, honestly. And I keep messing up the button inputs. But yeah, with the if I were to cosplay my character's human design, I don't know how I would do the hair. It's like my hair length, honestly, yeah, my hair length is like the exact style where I would be able to put it up in like 2 ponytails like that. But the hair color, I tried to get my hair dyed periwinkle. They were not having it at the hairdressers. That's one thing I gotta find, is a hairdresser that isn't afraid to bleach my hair and like ruin it. Because like my hair, I've always been complimented growing up with my hair because it's quite thick, it's quite like naturally it's good hair. That every time I get it cut or like I want to get it dyed, every hairdresser, I mean I think they do this anyway, they, you know, go on about not wanting to like ruin your hair by dyeing it constantly. I'd rather have my hair look the way I want it to than to have like, you know, like good hair, you know? If it comes to it, I'll shave myself bald, you know? Be Agent 47. Which I've been playing a lot of Hitman recently. It's so funny because like being a Pokemon streamer and content creator, and then like in my personal time, I play games like Hitman and Overwatch. Hitman is a really good game though. I've been really enjoying it. I hate when hairdressers do that because it grows back. Yeah, they're always afraid of like ruining your hair for like good. And my cosplayer friend who I mentioned earlier, Gizmoer, they dyed their hair so much and their hair was completely fine. Like they bleached it themselves and everything. They dyed it like a million different colors. They cut it and everything. To be fair, I think they did like, well, not at the time, but I think they did like some sort of hairdressing. No, their mum was a hairdresser. That's what it was. But yeah, their hair was completely fine. But yeah, I really wanted it dyed a really nice periwinkle color. I think periwinkle is like my favorite color. If anyone doesn't know what periwinkle is, let me introduce you to the best color ever. Well, not introduce you, but give you a name for the best color ever. Look at that. Some people might call it like lavender. There's like specific shades of periwinkle. So there's like this one, which is more of a lighter one. This one's more like, you can kind of see it's like more of my brand colors. This one is a really nice one. Yeah, periwinkle is like a light purple with like a bluish tint is how I describe it. But I love periwinkle. Any kind of bluish purple that's like a bit lighter rather than like lighter and or saturated rather than like the darker desaturated bluish purples. My colorblind dummy head, like that's gray. But yeah, I wanted my hair dyed like a light. No, I don't think it was even the lighter periwinkle. I think it was a darker periwinkle. But they had told me like, your hair is way too dark naturally. That if I wanted it, I'd have to get my hair bleached like a million times, which I kind of wish I did that instead. Because I ended up just getting the front strands of my hair dyed red, which it's been like over a year now since I last had it cut and dyed. And it's faded out into a really nice like light brown color. I don't know how to describe it. I did not mean to give you a nickname. There you go. But yeah, every time like I want to get my hair dyed, I end up having it dyed a completely different color than I wanted to. Actually, saying that, there's one instance where I had like the perfect hair color, and that was when I had it dyed blue. there was this electric blue color they managed to get spot on. It was a completely different hairdresser's, but I went to a different hairdresser's the last time because I wanted my hair dyed. No, not dyed. I wanted my hair cut in a wolf cut, and my regular hairdresser said they couldn't do it. This hairdresser said they could, and they didn't even give me a wolf cut. That's like the worst part. They just cut my hair. Like they didn't do any of the like actual wolf cut part of it. So I ended up just looking like I had a bob. But I like the length it's at now. Because before I had it cut, this was a really big like haircut for me, because my hair before was down to the length of, I would say, just above my knee. So it was between my knee and my butt, like that kind of length. So it was really long. I never really cut it because growing up, like I said, my hair is naturally really nice. So anytime I wanted it cut, hairdressers or like my sisters especially would be like, oh no, don't get it cut. Your hair is really nice long. So I never ended up picking for myself because everyone around me liked my hair. So I wanted it cut like quite short. So I was like, I want to get a wolf cut. It's now grown out to it was shoulder length, now it's like chest height now, and I prefer like this length a lot more. I think I'd probably keep it like this length. Probably nothing longer, nothing shorter. I think this is like a good length for me. But yeah, music, hello? What happened? Video pause, continue watching. Yes. Okay. But yeah, I'm probably gonna advocate for my hair being dyed the color I want it. Or an afro. Actually, when I was really young, my hair was really curly. Oh, no worries, Giga5. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I had really curly hair. Now that I'm older, it's more wavy than curly. Every so often I will get like a curl, especially like after light rain or something like that. But yeah, I had really curly hair when I was younger. That when I got my hair cut for the first time, like a big cut, not like a trim, my parents cut it really short, and I never got my curls back. It was awful. I don't even know where the curls came from, because like no one on my mom or dad's family have like had that level of curls. I miss having like, I mean, to be fair, now that my hair is shorter, it is starting to get like not curly, but like actually yeah, it's kind of curling. It's curling a little bit more than it used to, because obviously when I had longer hair, a lot of the weight of the hair was like pulling or adding weight to it and pulling the curls down, so it wasn't forming properly. But yeah, now that I got shorter hair, it's a little bit better. I'd still overall call it wavy rather than curly. But yeah, maybe I'll go back to the my older hairdressers and see if they can maybe get my hair dyed the color I want, because they got me that electric blue that stayed in my hair for quite a while. Like I had that blue in my hair for like a good couple years and it never faded. It was like, it was blue up until the time I dyed it red. You know? And yet again, that was only the first strands of my hair, like the front parts. I've never had my whole hair dyed before. Yeah, I'll have a look, see if maybe they have like a nice oh, an encoder. Oh, my thing stopped recording. Okay, oh well. Is am I running out of space? No, I'm not running out of space on my PC. Are we back? Oh my god, my VTuber software is like breaking a bit as well. Give me a moment. Yeah, OBS crashed. Sorry for that. Looks like everything on my PC crashed. I've learned the hard way. Okay. Right. It's not tracking me. Is it going to? There we go. There we go. Oh no. Oh, I think stop recording famous last words. Yeah, I was like, it can allocate enough memory. We're back. I've closed a couple things down. That channel point redeem completely crashed my stream. Let me disable a couple things. My tracking's not working again. Right, let me reload that. Right, I'm keeping an eye on my like my PC monitoring software. We're gonna keep an eye on it. Don't know why that keeps happening. Ugh. Right. Yeah, I think Firefox might have been eating at it a bit. Yeah, I've just opened it up just so I can manage YouTube. Because I'm worried. Oh no. Why is it doing this? Why is it scheduled a bunch of streams? Stop redeeming stuff. Okay, I'll thank you for the sub. Never mind. I thought it was more channel point redeems. My goodness. No, you're good, Kaiser. I think we may have calmed it down a bit. I was just worried. I thought it was a different redeem. Okay, thank you for the sub though. I appreciate it. Right. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I don't like how it keeps exploding though. Right. Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please. I think we're good. I was trying to put the audio on for the game because we're gonna have to cut the music. Okay. We're good. Okay, we're gonna have to not have any YouTube music on for a bit. I'll have a look like alternatives. I could probably use Spotify. That'll probably be better than opening my Firefox. I might need more RAM, which I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of doing. Okay, I think we're like officially back though. Oh goodness, let me just check my Discord server. Did it ping a bajillion times? Surprisingly, no, actually. Let me just delete that last message. Right. Oh, and it's rejoined my stream. Perfect. Okay. I was worried it was gonna cut it up into VODs. That's one thing I didn't want it doing. Okay, we're good. We're good. I don't know what caused it though, because it was completely fine for the first 2 hours. Just all of a sudden it's like, your PC will now explode. It wasn't even my PC, it was just OBS really. Although it must have been connected to something because my VTuber software also lost tracking. I don't know. Right. We should be fine now though to continue. Right, note to self, if I want to have YouTube playing music for 2 hours, I have to have more RAM. Which, I don't want to buy more RAM because RAM's really expensive, and when I built my PC, I bought really expensive RAM. I have enough, if I think mainly for like stressing my PC, I need a bit more. Oh, I have 2 overlaid audios. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh god, no. RAM prices are crazy. Yeah. Actually, let me get my phone because I'm not gonna open Firefox to find out. Let me look at the exact RAM I bought before, because I remember trying to look for like more, just to see like if I could upgrade it. Completely sold out. All right, RAM. No, I want to look at in my orders. Because I've completely forgot which ones I bought. G-Skill, Trident, Z5, Neo, RGB series, DDR5. How much did I buy? 32 gigs, which was two 16 gig sticks. Oops, I already have it. Yeah, that'll cost me a bajillion pounds. Great. How much was it? At the time, a couple hundred. Right now, it's saying 5 options from 465. Actually, view order details. You can see how much I paid. I paid £128.86. It's gone up like 3 times that price. Yeesh. Oh my gosh, if you want 2 sticks of 32 gigabytes, 5 options from £1,000. It was like the nicest looking RAM as well that I could find. Because I was mainly building my PC to look nice. So I was like, I want white RAM that has RGB. Well, that was a mistake. Oh no. God, it costs so much. Yeah, 464 new. Building a PC by looks is peak. I think just building a white PC with RGB just gives you so much leeway. Because like, you want to build, like if you want an accent color, the accent color looks so much better with white than it does black. Like black PCs only really work with like blue, I find. Like a black and blue PC is pretty nice. Or like black and rainbow RGB. I find like with white, you can have like lighter colors like orange and it still looks good. And I'm not saying that because my PC is white and orange. It was gonna be white and blue before the Waddle Dee obsession kicked in and I put a bunch of Waddle Dee figures in my PC. But you know, it would look good in white and blue as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm upgrading my RAM for quite a bit. Although I don't think this will ever die down. How many do you have Waddle Dee figures in PC? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, 4. They're all different kind of figures as well. And I have, above me, I have my Waddle Dee shelf. Well, there is like 1 Kirby on there. Actually, 2 Kirby on there. But most of it is... Oh, I didn't mean to nickname you. But yeah, most of it is Waddle Dee, like different either figures or I have like a plush. I have just a ton. I even have like this little like glass made Waddle Dee I got at like a local like small business. A lot of remints on there as well. But yeah, I have so much Waddle Dee stuff now. But yeah, as soon as I put them in there, I was like, oh, I need to get like orange lights. I even have like one of those car peeker stickers. I have a Waddle Dee one as well on there. On my tempered glass. I think if I ever upgrade like the case, I'm gonna go with like a Next case. Because Next cases look really good. Especially the ones with the little... Is it Next the ones with the little screens? They have a really nice, like, purple color one as well. Ooh, I should make my next setup purple. Because at the moment, like, most things on my desk are white, and the secondary color at the moment is blue. Because from my bedroom, I went with like a kind of cloud theme. It's completely gone now, pretty much, because I've just put all sorts in that the theme's gone. But I have like an LED light that's in the shape of a cloud. You've probably seen it. My wrist rests are like blue clouds, which I need to get replacement ones, to be fair, because they have been used so much that they've deteriorated so much. I might just get white ones just to keep them neutral. I used to have this like white fluffy, not white, actually it's more of a gray color, a gray fluffy bedding, which in my mind I was like, oh, like storm clouds. But yeah, that theming is like kind of lost now, especially with the Waddle Dee shelf I have going on. Let me actually take a picture. Right, all I'll say is don't mind the tinsel on there. I haven't moved it from Christmas. Find a place to post it so I can snag the image. Double checking the reflection as well. I'm like, I don't want to dox myself again. There we go. This previewing is massive. Let me just shrink that. There we go. There's my Anaheim poster from Worlds as well. I got the Pokemon Center. So yeah, I got like a ton of Waddle Dee stuff on here. And then like 4 more figures are in my PC. That little figure on the left, the one underneath where the rainbow Waddle Dee is, that's actually an Esper figure. It's like a little cube horror house one where there are like a ton of them. What else? That Waddle Dee plush next to the bigger Waddle Dee, that was given to me by a friend when they visited Japan. I love the Froakie impersonating a Vanillite. I was gonna hunt all those Pokemon for a video for Worlds. I did manage to find a shiny Toedscool and a shiny Froakie, but then I gave up on the video idea because I was like, I just want to enjoy being in America with my family. And then someone posted the same video idea as me. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I didn't do it because I'd worry that I'd look like I was copying someone. But I mean, if they do it this year, like have Pokemon mascots for Worlds, I might do it. I may copy you. Enjoy America in this economy? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get enjoying seeing your family. And the fast food places over there are good. Like, no wonder they keep opening up, like, new... well, not new, but, like, they keep bringing them over from America and the UK. Like, as of recent, they got, like, Popeyes, they got... I mean, I think they opened Chick-fil-A in, like, Reading, and then they shut it down because of, you know, the homophobia in the company. They do really good chicken, though, which... Ugh. You know, I can't really tell my dad, oh, I don't want to go to Chick-fil-A because the company's homophobic, because it's my dad. But I do have to say the chicken is really good there. And also Wendy's as well. Which Wendy's is really similar to Burger King for me. Which I don't mind Burger King. I actually had it today, but it's one of those things that you don't want to pay too much for. I tried Wendy's for the first time in Surrey when I went to see my friend last week. That's pretty good, but kind of expensive. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, it tastes kind of like Burger King, but like for the price. Oh, they do really good donuts. Their mini donuts are really good though. I will say that. Where did I order? I think it was like Pizza Hut. It was either Pizza Hut or Domino's, where I was ordering online and I needed to make up a bit more. Like I needed to buy more to qualify for delivery, because a lot of them have like minimum delivery spend. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try some mini donuts. They arrived and they were the worst mini donuts I've ever had. Awful. Like, how do you mess up mini donuts? What was wrong with them? They were just like, they just didn't taste good. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it was just dough, you know? Old dough, no flavor. Oh, I can't remember what, I think it was Morrison's. I remember as a kid, whenever like we would do a food shop in Morrison's, I didn't mean to nickname you again. Whenever we would food shop in Morrison's, sometimes we would get like these really good mini donuts, and honestly, there's something about mini donuts that are just so much better than full-size donuts to me. I don't know what it is. I'd rather have like a full box of mini donuts than a full box of full-size donuts. Actually, no. Depending where you get the donuts, because like I think a lot of the donuts I've had have been really subpar. But oh, where was it in Belfast? Taboo donuts in Belfast are honestly the best donuts I've ever had. Like, sometimes I think maybe I should go over to Belfast just so I can have those donuts again. They were lovely. They do like a lot of, not collaboration, but like themed donuts, like a Kinder Bueno donut and things like that. They're just so good. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of jelly donuts. They gotta be ring donuts. And they gotta be chocolate. Strawberry's okay, but like chocolate donuts are just peak. I'm not a big fan of custard donuts either. What? I don't know. I like chocolatey things. I like sweet things. I don't know. I hate glazed donuts. Glazed donuts are the worst. I'm not a big fan of Krispy Kreme. I feel like a lot of Krispy Kreme donuts are just meh. Are they still? I'm looking for Taboo. Oh, they're still. I think they're still there, maybe. Let me see when their last Instagram post was. 2023 is over. No. If I go to Belfast again and they're closed down, I will be so distraught. Honestly, Taboo Donuts was the best thing they had in Belfast. Let me see if I can get a picture of what some of the donuts they sold in there were. Oh, their gov.uk website seems fine. Oh no. No, voluntary insolvency in late 2024. Nope. Okay. Oh, just looking at these, like... I mean, to be fair, a lot of these weren't ring donuts, but they were still really good. I don't know, just Google taboo donuts. Honestly, best things ever. And then I don't like chocolate, so donut companies don't like me. Damn. You mean with sprinkles on them? I'm not a big fan of sprinkles on... I mean, like, they're kind of just there for decorations, really. Yeah, I don't think my dad will ever figure out that my online name is Springles and not Sprinkles. I tried to tell him so many times, but he was adamant it's Sprinkles. It's in Springtrap Pringles. Yeah. I mean, just thinking about it, it could have been Obsessed Girl 707, because that's what it was on Overwatch before. And you may notice a number that's on my VTuber model that's still there. It's a remnant. Because right. Let me tell you the story of 707, why that number. So, you know, you look it up and it's like, oh, it's like an error number. That's cool. That's like a robot, right? So, has anyone heard of the Otome game Mystic Messenger? Right. So there's this dating game Otome app from like, it must have been like 2016 or something, where like the main gameplay is like, it's an app on your phone and you enter group chats with like these anime men and there's one girl, and you would go into the group chats, pick the options, and sometimes they would call you. And to do like a route, you would have to answer specific ways. So, you know, a lot of the times I was making alarms for like 3 in the morning just so I could enter a chat room in this game. But there's a character in there called 707. He's like a hacker guy. He's very like, not like edgy. He's like, if Sans were an anime boy, is the best way to describe it, because he's like tragic, but he plays it off very comedically. But yeah, I was obsessed with him. So, Obsessed Girl 707 was my online name for. I mean, by that point, like my main social media was Wattpad. So I went by Obsessed Girl 707. That was also my BattleNet name when I first started playing Overwatch back in 2016. I learned the hard way that gamers aren't nice to people who have the word girl in their name, and quickly learned to replace it with something gender neutral. So, I actually changed it to Springles 707, no 1 in the middle. Because, you know, it was more like Springtrap and Pringles, and I hadn't incorporated the 1. And then eventually I was like, I don't like numbers at the end of the name because I think it looked a bit messy. And I was like, okay, I want like a username that's still like Springles. Still like, you know, that's still accessible. Because even then I knew like getting Springles with an I would be impossible to get online. So I just tried Springles with a 1. Because like that looked a bit like gamery, you know? So I tried that, and yeah, that's how I I changed from Obsessed Girl 707 to Sprinkles 707 to Sprinkles with a 1. And yes, I had to pay money to Blizzard to change my name a second time, because you only get the first name change free. But I had to for the branding. But yeah, Mystic Messenger was like a core part of my young teen years. And I think I just called myself Obsessed Girl because I found myself obsessing over like specific characters like 707 and like Springtrap. Because one of the other names I had was Springtrap_lover. And there were probably like a bunch of X's or something like that. That was my name on Wattpad for a bit before I changed it. But yeah. Thank goodness I'm Springles and not one of those two names. I'd rather have the the idea of my name being from Springtrap and Pringles, then being Springtrap and Lover. Or Obsessed Girl 707. Oops. Oh, my username brings the luxury. Nobody has his gamer tags, is always available. My username, I mean, you know, I mean, we've seen the person who has my name. They've popped in here. They have the name on Twitch and Discord. I have it everywhere else other than this one specific person, and that one person who had it on Twitter for a while until they got suspended. It is like a pretty accessible name where I get it most of the time. But you know, for alts I have Sprungles or Spritungles or Sprangles, I guess, like with the different numbers. And I thought Techno Boy was awful. I feel like everyone starts off with the cringiest gamer tags. Yeah, I mean, my first ever gamer tag was just my name. Like, I can't say it because it was like my first name and then a couple letters of my surname. And yeah. There we go. Just to myself a bit more comfortable. But yeah, like I probably wouldn't even call that gamer tag, to be fair, because it wasn't anything unique, you know, it was just my name. My dad has a weird gamer tag. I won't say it, but it's like it involves an animal I would never associate him with, you know? Like a very cute, smaller animal. His name is like, his gamer tag is a mixture of his name and then the animal. To be fair, I don't think he really uses it anywhere other than like some of the mobile games he plays, because he plays a lot of those like Clash of Clans and like the war simulator kind of games on mobile. I'm not going to talk about the one time I thought Pepiolo was a cool name. I mean, it's not bad, you know, it looks clean. You know, it doesn't have like capital X, lowercase x, underscore, you know, in the middle. That is one way better though. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, mobile gaming is technically bigger than PC gaming, so like... Yeah, I'm gonna search up my dad's gamer tag, see if it pops up anywhere. I'm just gonna double check. I don't even know what games he plays, so I won't even be able to find. Okay, and a couple other people have this name as well. Yeah, I won't say his name, but it's like mixed with chinchilla. Which yeah, a strange one. I wouldn't associate my dad with a chinchilla. Good animal, yeah, it's a good animal, but not one I would associate with my dad. Oh god, before I lost my account, it was something like XX_Kaiser2005_XX. Yeah, I think a lot of my Wattpad names had underscores and X's and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, I was Springtrap_Lover at some point. On Twitter, I should have. Damn. Yeah, I can't really think. I think as soon as I landed on Springles, I managed to get it most places. Yet again, like I said, you know, the two places we know of that we can't get, but fine. On my college, they actually had chinchillas, but we weren't allowed to do anything with them as they were sensitive to stress. Damn. We never had any like school pets or anything. We just have like every so often a random guy who would come in and bring like 3 snakes of them that we will look at. Or that stupid caravan puppet guy with like the body anatomy and stuff. What was his name? Every UK school has seen this guy. I can't find it, but I did see a TikTok of it. It was like things every like British school have seen. I just remember it was like a small little caravan thing where this guy with like a giraffe puppet he had a giraffe puppet and he would like it was kind of like informational. And I remember in like the caravan there was like a anatomical figure of like a guy's insides of like the organs and muscle, and like each bit would light up. I don't know, it's a really specific memory. Lingle, hello, apple cider pie, welcome in. Oh, that's awful. I hate like I mean, when I was younger I had a hamster. Her name was Num Nums. She was named after a Zuzu pet. Which the Zuzu pet movie is goated, by the way. But yeah, I don't know why she died. It wasn't like, you know, like the fantastical hamster death you hear so many people talk about. But I don't think it was old age either, so I don't know if it was like a disease or something. But yeah, I think like the idea of you starting your children off on a smaller animal to teach them responsibility for a bigger animal, it should be the opposite way around, because smaller animals are so much more frail because they're obviously more likely to be prey animals. Like I think if you start your kid off with a dog and then work your way to a hamster, I think that's a better way. Because especially with like pets like rabbits, like they're very, very frail and nervous and very stressed out by anything. Yeah, hamsters never get to live as long as they should. I remember seeing a TikTok of like, it was just like an account that takes care of hamsters, and it was a really old hamster. And like, I just thought, I have never seen like an elderly hamster before. Like, you looked at that hamster and you could tell it was old. Like a lot of the fur was like missing, but like not in like a, I don't know, you could just look at it and tell it was like old age and not anything else. But yeah, you never see older hamsters like that. I think if I ever got like a pet by myself, I'd definitely get a cat. Before Willow, I was definitely more of a, I probably would have said rabbit, but I don't know. Willow's won me over for the cat team, which, you know, my model has cat parts to it, so I mean, it was bound to happen. Oh, it's so sad though. when I had my rabbit, Miles, oh, he had such a personality. I would watch constantly videos of like how to properly take care of rabbits and everything. Because they really do rely on humans to look after them, because like the idea that some people go out and they just dump their rabbit into the woods is like, good luck. It's like, no, they will not live. Same with a lot of like domesticated animals. Like a lot of people just dump them without thinking about the fact they're domesticated. But yeah, Miles ended up sustaining an injury that lost him one of his back legs. So he was a free-legged rabbit for a while. He had his own room in our old house as well. I managed to convince my mum to let him stay inside, and not even just in his hut, but in a whole room. But yeah, he ended up like needing to be put down because of like neurological issues that spread, where his brain basically told him that he was completely paralyzed, even though he wasn't. Well, not that he wasn't, but like his other limbs were completely fine, but his brain told him that, you know, none of his legs worked. But yeah, I do miss him. I kind of just wish that I didn't have him so early, that I had the knowledge, the money, and like, I don't know, just more of like a better circumstance to take care of him. I was still in secondary school when I had him. So, you know, for things like vets, like I had to convince my mom, which my mom's like the kind of person that like, she plays anything down to not as bad as it is. Like when he lost his leg, I was crying, begging my mom to take him to the vets, because like basically he fell and I could tell that something was wrong with his leg immediately. But she was on the phone, so she ended up waiting until the end of the phone call to take me and him to the vet. And she didn't expect him to be amputated, or, you know, basically it was like, either we amputate him or put him down. She wasn't expecting that outcome. Obviously, we got his leg amputated. Then when, you know, that neurological issue happened, I knew the night before, because it was really late, we had to wait the next day. I knew the night before that I basically wouldn't be coming back with him. Yet again, my mom didn't think it was a big issue, and was surprised to hear that we had to euthanize him. It's like, I think I'm pretty well tuned to animal issues. I think I can pretty, like, I can detect it pretty well. But yeah, it is rough. Like, if I was older at the time, I would have been able to drive him to the vets myself, you know? I would have had the money to take care of him a bit better. But yeah, he has such a personality. He was, very adventurous. He was like a little scamp, really. He didn't like run around a lot. He did like running around exploring. I take him on walks every so often as well in our garden. But he was more into like adventuring and sniffing around and things like that. He did like to play a lot and throw objects around. it's animals like that that make you realize that, like, you know, a lot of animals have a lot of personality that you wouldn't immediately think. Like with rabbits, you don't really think, you think all of them are quiet, meek, you know, prey animals, but they do have personalities between them. Like Miles was like, he wasn't aggressive, but he was definitely like a fighter, you know? Like he liked to play fight a lot and not like chew his toys, but you know, throw them around and things like that. He was pretty smart, not like the smartest bunny. Like he could never figure out those treat traps, but he was decently smart. I remember whenever I came home from school, my goodness, my mom let me like take him out the hut or the hutch. Basically let him inside the house for a bit. You just run around in there. I feel like I was a better rabbit owner than like most people, because I feel like a lot of people just like leave them in the hutch and forget about them, like only coming out to feed them. But like I treated him more like a dog, you know? Oops. Yeah, they're kind of just like very quieter dogs. Although Miles was quite loud. Because rabbits make a lot of like honking sounds, especially when they're happy. I'm definitely not a dog person. I think like only specific personalities of dogs I'd probably mesh with. I'd definitely say I'm more of a cat person or a rabbit person. Fish are pretty cool as well. I like fish. I used to have a pond in our garden. I think, you know, dream life, if I had like a bajillion dollars, I'd definitely have a fish pond with like koi. We had a lot of like koi fish and other kind of fish. The American Eskimo dog is like a really cute dog. Yet again, I think it's more about personality and like temperament to me rather than breed. But like, if I had to pick a breed, it'd definitely be American Eskimos, because they're just like, or Samoyeds? I don't know how to pronounce it, but the big fluffy white dogs. Basically any dog that looks like a walking cloud, I'd love to have one. Alright, there we go. Okay, we'll get to 460 and we'll probably wrap up. Just because it is 10. Good progress though, considering it started at 200. That looks like a Pomeranian cross German Shepherd lol. American Eskimo, yeah. They are like very small, like kind of like a Pomeranian. I like Pomeranians, but a lot of them are quite yappy. And are very starved for attention. My sister had a Pomeranian called Lola. I love Lola, but she was very high energy. Yeah, I think it would mainly depend on the personality of the dog rather than like a breed. Like some breeds like have kind of temperament associated with them, like Pomeranians are more high energy, usually quite vocal, things like that. But you know, there could be like a quiet Pomeranian out there. Yeah, I don't like yappy dogs too much, like Chihuahuas. I think they're cute and funny, but I couldn't live with one 24/7, you know? I think with dogs like German Shepherds and oh, what are they? Like any kind of like sheep herding dogs as well. I think they're just too smart that they require a lot of ways of expelling their energy, you know? Border Collies, that's the breed I was thinking. I love Border Collies, they're so cute, but like, they are, I'm pretty sure, it's either Border Collies or a different breed. I'm pretty sure they're the smartest breed of dog in the world. And a lot of them are sheep herders, so they require a lot of, you know, like active behavior, because most of them are like, were raised on farms and stuff like that. King Cross Chow like those kind of dogs, what are they called? you know the type, the like shorter dogs with the really nice markings. Like spaniels, there we go. Cavalier or King Charles Spaniel, like those kind of dogs. My aunt used to have one. They're really cute. I think they're pretty nice. Like pretty even temperament as well. I'd say I love cats for not being too noisy, but my cat meows all the time if he wants something. Yeah, cats will let you know. Like Willow would just follow us around, just yelling at us if she wants feeding. Yeah, but if you're able to take them on a walk after work each day, it's not too bad. Yeah. I think that's the one thing I worry about with dog. Oh, I've already passed 460, whatever. Ah, I've hit my mic. We'll go to 470 at this point, because I'm yapping. But what was I gonna say? I just worry that I'm not gonna have like the time to walk dogs, you know? Like cats don't require as much, I think, as much like activity, more in the sense like you don't have to move with them, you can just stay in your house and play with them. I went to Ireland for a board internship once and I had to leave 3 cows into the field after insemination, and I was doing that. The herding dog came with me and herded up all the cows. Oh. Well, at least the dog, you could tell it's good at herding the cows, but maybe just not a good timing, you know? Yeah, dog did its job. Very good at herding, very bad at listening. Sounds accurate to a dog. That's the thing as well with dogs, is like they're a lot harder to train than cats. Well, I say that. With cats, it's hard to reinforce like behaviors. I think with dogs you can train them really well with reinforcement. With cats, they just kind of do what they want. You can train them at like, you know, things like using the litter tray, but it's very hard to stop a cat from doing what it wants. Like if a cat decides it wants to climb or like jump on your counters, that cat is always going to be on a counter. It's never going to be on the floor. And I don't know what the proper way to train cats is either, because like the spray bottle to me is very cruel, and I think is there probably is something out there that shows that it's not effective. I just think it's cruel. I don't know what the way to stop negative behavior like that is. Scratch your chair. Yeah, my chair, as much as I try to protect it, has so many like scratch marks and, well, not even scratch marks, it's mainly like puncture wounds from where Willow's like jumped on it. And, you know, not mean to like scratch it up, but like she's tried to climb on it and obviously punctured into the chair. Best to reward good behavior than to straight up punish bad one, like tell them off and take them away from it if needed. Yeah, I feel like Willow does not understand no, though. Like, we tried redirection, but it's not really helped. basically Willow has a bad problem with scratching up the sofa in the living room. We've tried because she has like a cat tree and other scratch pads. We've tried to get her to go over to them, and like sometimes she will use it, but she just prefers to scratch up the sofa. So like we've done one part of the job where we've managed to get her from just scratching the sofa to scratching like the other pieces of cardboard and other things. But you know, it's not negated the negative behavior, it's just added good behavior that's similar to the negative behavior. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Willow doesn't like spray bottles anyway, because there's this flea treatment that we tried with her that was in a spray bottle where we just had to spray her coat. Ever since, like, if I'm moving anything around in the cupboard and I pick up that spray bottle to move it, she will, like, squint at it. Like, she glares at that bottle, and I don't, like, we haven't used it in ages as well. I think just like maybe like taking that, and if she scratches the sofa, just holding it and walking over to her, she probably would associate that with bad behavior. Yeah, that could work. But then I don't know if she just thinks I'm just being mean for no reason rather than associating the behavior with scratching the chair or the sofa. Alright, last check. Is it shiny? No, shock. Right. I will probably continue that later. We might, like, if I'm still, oh, I'm probably gonna be still hunting this, by the weekend. Who knows, I might get it earlier. If I'm still hunting it, then during DA weekend, I'll probably, like, do something like this, have it in like a tiny little corner whilst I do DAs. But let's move over. Oh god, there's no music now. Alright, we're gonna try and put some music from YouTube back on. Hopefully this doesn't crash stream again. Alright. Think we're okay? I hope we're okay. Let me put in a notepad as well. I need to fix chat. Fix chat overlay. Because I had one like on the screen on the right. And in my main scene and everything. It's just gone. You can see the tiny like little bar where this is meant to be chat. Yeah, this is loading, so obviously I've not configured something here. But I'll see if I can, like, I think I found like a multi-chat one, so I might have a look into that, see if that will help anything. I'm gonna look into new overlays as well, because, like, I don't know, I want to refresh some stuff. But anyway, final little yap bits, finish off our conversations before anything. Yeah, by the way, how was Valentine's for you and the rest of chat? Mine was okay. I mean, like I said in Discord, I was sick for a little bit. I was playing Overwatch. I think I was in a voice chat with like Boney and Daijobu and a couple people. I all of a sudden, worst headache ever, decided, okay, I need to just deafen, like, climb into bed whilst waiting for my ibuprofen to kick in. All of a sudden needed to throw up, so ran over to the bathroom, threw up, headache gone. Happens all the time. Like, I throw up and any kind of headache I've had vanishes. Best thing ever. But then I'm afraid to take any more ibuprofen because I don't know if I've thrown it up or if it's still ingested. But yeah, not great, but you know, I didn't really view it as Valentine's Day. I kind of viewed it as like a Saturday, except I didn't stream because I was sick. But yeah. Oh, pancake day tomorrow. Reminder, everyone. I've got my pancakes ready. You guys better have pancakes because everyone always forgets about pancake day. I love pancake day so much. I'm gonna be enjoying my pancakes. I really miss these old chocolate pancakes I used to have as a kid, but I'll still enjoy the regular ones anyway. But yeah, that will probably be it for me for tonight. We will likely be live Friday. I say likely, I put it in my schedule. Friday 11:30 GMT with some DA weekend, and we'll be streaming across the weekend. I don't think I'm going to stream before then. Like, this will probably be the last stream until Friday. I likely won't be doing surprise streams. If anything, I'll just be recording offline. But yeah, I will see you all Friday, and hope you have a great rest of your day and a great pancake day as well, especially. All right, good night, y'all.